right? Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh. And His Son begotten Son, Bahashem, and then Hamashiach, Yahweh. Those are the true names in the ancient Hebrew, the last one of the tongue. And I say Barak Abam to the elders and apostles for Akbar, and I say Shalom. And this is a outside lesson that I want to bring out of the earthquakes in diverse places as of November the 3rd, 2025, on this Monday. And this is from the latest earthquakes.usgs.gov. And you had the 4.9 earthquake recorded in the southeast of Petrograd of Kamishka, Russia. And then you had the 4.4 earthquake in the same region. This is it says southeast of Petrograd, I say the Russian peninsula. It says 113 kilometers west of Chalakio, Chile. Then you had a 2.5 earthquake recorded. It says 0 kilometers south of San Sebastian, Puerto Rico. You had the 4.3 earthquake recorded. 81 kilometers east of Petrograd of Russian Peninsula. Then you had a 2.9 earthquake recorded. 13 kilometers southwest of Backwood. Then you had a 4.3 earthquake recorded 60 southeast of Valisky, Russia. Then you had a 5.0 earthquake recorded 12 kilometers southeast of Turkey. And I believe, I would say like 2 weeks ago, you had a 6 point, or like a week and a half ago, you had like the 6.1 earthquake over there. I would say like the southwestern part of Turkey. You had a 4.6 earthquake in most of these are like aftershocks, because you had like a 1, 2, you had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, that's a lot of aftershocks of earthquakes over there in the Russian Peninsula. Because I believe it was a 6.1 earthquake over there in that area. What was reported like a couple of hours ago? Yeah, about 2 or 3 hours ago, it was a 6.1 earthquake over there in the Russian Peninsula. And that's the same area that got hit with that large 8.8 earthquake. I would say like what in end of July the 31st. So ever since July the 31st and all the way to now, you know, we've been seeing these high magnitude earthquakes over there in the Russian Peninsula. So and then I would say like in August or end of August or September, they got hit with a 6.7 earthquake in that region. So ever since then, you know, you've been seeing large amount of earthquakes over there in that region. I believe the Titanic plant been reversed or something like that. So expect to see more aftershocks of heavy earthquakes over there in the Russian Peninsula. You know, that's sad. And then you had a 4.6 earthquake, 154 kilometers south of Petrograd, Kamishka of Russia. Then you had a 4.7 earthquake, 69 kilometers of southeast of Petrograd of Russian Peninsula. And then you had another 4.8 earthquake in the same region. And then you had another 4.8 earthquake in the same region. And then you had a 4.6 earthquake in the southeast of Valisky of Russia. Then you had a 5.1 earthquake 157 kilometers southeast of Petrograd, Kamsky of Russia. Then you had another 4.9 earthquake 146 kilometers southeast of Petrograd, Kamsky of Russia. 4.8 earthquake recorded 117 kilometers southeast of Valisky of Russia. 4.7 earthquake recorded 148 kilometers east and northeast of Malio, Japan. Then you had a 4.7 earthquake recorded south of the Kermadec Islands. 4.8 earthquake recorded 142 kilometers southeast of Petrograd, Kamsky of Russia. The peninsula over there in that area. And then you had a 2.5 earthquake recorded 1 kilometer west to southwest of Palia of Hawaii. 3.2 earthquake recorded 28 kilometers west of southwest of Los Ojos of New Mexico. Then you had a 4.3 earthquake recorded south of the Fuji Islands. And then you had that large 6.1 earthquake that I just talked about. You got that large 6.1 earthquake recorded 155 kilometers southeast of Petrograd, Kamchatsky of Russia. Then you had a 4.8 169 kilometers southeast of Russia. Another 4.9 had like 7 or 8 aftershocks of it. It said you had a 5.8 earthquake over there, 135 kilometers southeast of the Russian Peninsula. This is a 2.5 earthquake recorded 32 kilometers west of Kentville, Alaska. And then you had a and then you had a 5.3 earthquake, 7 kilometers, 75 kilometers south of San Antonio, Philippines. Then you had a 3.6 earthquake recorded 28 kilometers east and northeast of Nepal. I think that's the name of it. My first time ever hearing that name in that area. That got hit with an earthquake. It's my first ever time hearing that name in that area. 5.3 earthquake recorded 106 kilometers south or southwest of Valley of Kursk of Russia. And you had 2.8 earthquake recorded. All those earthquakes from yesterday. So those was the latest earthquakes as of today, as of November 3rd, 2025, and it's Monday. So we'll bring out some more scriptures because we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth with these high magnitude earthquakes in various places. Just like we're seeing that large earthquake hit place over there in northern Afghanistan, because I spoke about that yesterday. That claimed lives of like 20 people was unalive. The earthquakes fell from, I would say, from Afghanistan all into Pakistan, and then places like neighboring places like Uzbekistan, Uzbekistan and all in that area, they felt the shaking of that earthquake as well too. So that shows that we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth with these earthquakes in diverse places. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 2. It says, "Then thou shalt understand, it is a very same time where in the highest, which the Heavenly Father power will begin to visit the world which you made." So we can see the Heavenly Father visit this earth now somewhat that which you made at a historical rate. And with these earthquakes, we're seeing it increasing as the days progress on. But so far in the year 2025, we're definitely seeing some real increasing earthquakes like never before. We're going to continue to see more signs of that. So we're going to see more increasing signs as the days progresses on. And these are modern day times, other signs of times that we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth with these earthquakes at a long rate. And that's only going to continue to increase. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 3. It says, "Therefore, when there should be seeing earthquakes, uproars from the world." Right, so we're going to be seeing more increasing earthquakes and the uproars from people world. So that's going to continue to increase. And this is the book of Psalms 18, verse 7. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 7. It says, "Then the earth shook and trembled, and the founders also the hills of the moon were shaken because of wrath, right? Because of Heavenly Father is a righteous judgment power." So we're going to see the Heavenly Father business earth with shaking. So that's what we see. And just like we had, I think it was reported on X, you had somebody from Pakistan, Afghanistan, I believe they were saying they was, they was trying to they was kind of traumatized. They was like, man, I can't believe this is happening. Great shaking of an earthquake in our country. So, it's the Heavenly Father is within the day. So we're seeing the Heavenly Father visit this earthquake, great shakings with these earthquakes. That's how it continues to increase. And I remember it was like 2.5 months ago over there in outside of San Diego. It was some type of green alert radar was taking place. You had these people when they was at a train station over there outside of San Diego. They got hit with that 5.3 earthquake. So that shows you that, throughout the year of 2025, we're definitely starting to see the Heavenly Father visit earthquakes and shakings, these earthquakes. And that's only going to continue to increase. And this is the prophet Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6. Yeah, this is the prophet Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6. Right, so since I mentioned that, you're going to get, it been like reports in the year 2025 and previous years, in previous years and recent years, that we are getting closer and closer to a larger, potentially of a larger earthquake over there in the San Andreas, the southern fault line over there in California, especially with a lot of activity with the Titanic plate over there in Southern California. So they've been a lot of experts, weather experts and meteorologists about forecasting a potential large earthquake, potentially of a heavy catastrophic earthquake, potentially might hit over there in the San Andreas, the southern part of California. This is the prophet Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6. It says, "Thou shalt visit of Yahweh hosts, with thunder and with earthquake, and great noise and storm and tempest." the gospel of Matthew 24:7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." It says, "There shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." Right, so that's what we're seeing, an increasing or large amount of earthquakes in diverse places, and that's only going to continue to increase. And this is the gospel of Luke 21, precept to them. This is the gospel of Luke 21 and verse 11. It says, "In great earthquakes shall be in diverse places." Right, that's what we're seeing, great earthquakes in diverse places, just like that large 6.1 earthquake hit over there in Russia, Valencia. And then you had like 7 or 8 aftershocks of that earthquake. And then like that large 6.3 earthquake hit over there in North Afghanistan. So these are great earthquakes, shall be in diverse places. And we're going to see that increasing on a daily basis. It says, "In great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and with sights and great signs shall be from heaven." So that's only going to continue to increase. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this outside lesson of the earthquakes in diverse places as of November the 3rd, 2025, on this Monday. And so with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to and your Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the gospel of Hashem's tongue. That's say Barak to the elders and apostles, Ba'akim Ba'akraf. Until next time, I would say Kwame Asherala and the Ball, Shalom.